I love living in St. Petersburg, Florida. Although this is a top tourist destination, especially for our queer travelers, this is a place I get to experience 365 days a year, and I couldn't imagine living anywhere else. The best part about St. Pete, it's a playground for adults. There's events, activities, things to do every day of the year. And for the queer community, the options are endless. Every weekend, every night of the week, there's always somewhere to go that feels inclusive and celebrates our diverse community. We have had St. Pete Pride for years. St. Pete Pride is our biggest celebration in Florida for the LGBT community. This year, we also kicked off Winter Pride St. Pete. Thanks to David Fisher, who owns Cocktail, The Ball, the Wet Spot Zazood, and several other businesses around the area, along with friends Rob Hall, Gabe Alves, and a ton of volunteers and supporters. Winter Pride kicked off in 2025.
I think it's important for businesses in the city to come together with us to sponsor and bring this event to life because it says what St. Pete is about. St. Pete is really accepting everybody and being a welcoming city to all. In order to continue that legacy for St. Pete, it's important that people embrace this and people embrace both the summer pride and the winter pride so that it can continue to send a message of we are a safe space here in St. Pete.
The celebration was filled with events throughout the week that celebrated all aspects of our LGBTQ+ community. You name it, Winter Pride had it, and they delivered it in such a fun and authentic, unique way. If you wanted to connect with women, they had a Sapphic Snow Bunny event that they're planning again next year. If you wanted to connect with the trans community in the area, they had a trans dance at the ball, which apparently was one of the most impactful events of the week. They had cultural celebrations that celebrated all nationalities and people and ethnicities and all walks of life.
We decided to have an event that was kind of like the celebration of all the contributions of people from all over the world that gives to us. I'm originally from Brazil, had a little bit of the Brazilian flavor. We had a little bit of the Southeast Asian flavor with one of our MCs. The whole goal of the event is like to kind of be a true representation of what the America looks like now.
Winter Pride felt more local. It was right in Grand Central District, which is right along Central Avenue. This is the neighborhood of the St. Pete area, and it's known for lots of LGBT community members strolling around, holding hands, celebrating who they are in their full authenticity. While St. Pete Pride is often supported by big corporate companies along with local businesses and is an amazing event in itself, Winter Pride St. Pete just felt more connected to the local community and the local businesses. Winter Pride recently changed to a 501c3 status and has plans to make it bigger and better every year, but I have to say, this inaugural event was beyond expectations.
Part of the planning process that's so important is sponsors who are interested and willing to step up to support our community, people who want to be a voice of their segment of the community, and also volunteers. These are the people who make all of the efforts worthwhile and also bring all of them together. And we're so grateful for their support.
Thank you to the team behind Winter Pride for making it happen. Thank you to all of the supporters and sponsors that made it happen. We can't wait to welcome you to Winter Pride St. Pete in 2026. Check below for more information to get involved for upcoming events, and make sure to visit winterpridestpete.com to learn more about this event.